This is investigation 5 of the Work and Energy Lab. This is work and kinetic energy. If you have not done the prediction for investigation 5.1, please do that before proceeding. I'm not going to show you me collecting the data. It consisted of pulling back the cart and releasing it. The motion detector measured the velocity. The force sensor down at the other end of the track that the spring was attached to that pulled the cart measured the force. I have gone ahead and gathered that data. It's a little bit tricky to do, which is why I haven't shown it to you. It took several tries to get the timing right, because when the cart hits the end of the track, it tends to fall off, and you tend to get lots of spikes in the data when that happens. I'm going to show you the data close up now. The top graph is the force. The force decreased as the cart got further away from the motion detector because the spring was not stretched as much. On the other hand, the kinetic energy increased because the spring was applying a force to the cart and accelerating it. When we calculate the area under the curve on the force versus position graph, the value we come up with is 0.6398 joules. I'll zoom in so you can see that a little more closely. .6398 joules. That is the work done on the cart by the force of the spring. We want to compare that value to the change in kinetic energy. The maximum kinetic energy, the cart started at rest. Didn't quite get the at rest in, it looks like, on the statistics. But it started awfully close, 0.005559. That's just about a pixel or two off, and I'm not going to try to get it any closer. The final kinetic energy was 0.6391 joules over here at the end. So measuring the kinetic energy, which is calculated by the velocity, that formula has been input so that the software will calculate the kinetic energy directly. We get a change in kinetic energy of 0.6391. And when we calculate the area under the force versus position graph, we get a kinetic work done of 0.6398. So that is a variation of 10 thousandths of a joule. This is a tenth, a hundredth, a thousandth, and we start seeing differences in our numbers out at the 10 thousandths column. So essentially, we have shown that the work done by the spring is the change in kinetic energy.